Hey guys, Cruel Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're back after 9 months with Doom Patrol Season 4.
That means there's a baby.
Yes, a Blind Wave baby. Last time on Doom Patrol, we gotta rack our brains, look at our notes, try to remember what was happening on this show that, you know what, never confusing, always pretty straightforward, gonna be easy to remember everything, right?
Man, there was 2 Star Wars shows between this and then.
Yep. So, Immortus is... I remember, Immortus is coming. Immortus is coming. He's trying to take our immortality.
Immortality.
Nice. Also, Frozen Butts were released last episode.
Was it butts or butt? It was butt.
Frozen butt. Well, I mean, there's 2 cheeks.
A dangerous butt, though.
One butt.
Eric, how many butts do you have?
I don't want to talk about it. I have a medical issue.
I
have one. Damn it, why did I say anything? That's why I said, I want some butts.
I want some butts. Yeah, you need more than one.
Yeah. We also had stuff like Mr. 104, Mohinder from Heroes. Well, I always like that actor when he pops up. I'm not quite remembering what he was doing right now. I remember he
was helping Immortus, and then he wasn't helping Immortus.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Yep. So anyway, guys,
Jane masturbated.
There's a nice little recap for us available whenever we start. I guess this isn't the first episode of the season because the season has been on break for 9 months. So we're gonna continue. This is the final half of the final episode of Doom Patrol, which is a weird, wonderful, the final season of Doom Patrol. Yes, my bad. But yeah, it's a weird, wonderful show, and I'm very curious to see how they stick the landing, because I do believe they did get to be able to end. So I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah. Me too.
Aaron, you're enraptured in your own notes?
It was Bunbury was like the bunny, right? That led the cult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we gotta
take what need.
Yeah, there's an evil bunny, too. And they were doing stuff.
Yeah.
Take what you need. Be done? I don't know. Yeah. Pea convo. Why is there a pea convo?
There's a lot of... Dude, I have a lot of notes that I don't remember what they're about.
A pea convo?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had poop convos all the time, so I understand.
Sure.
What happens, right?
Oh, convo. Okay. I thought I said condo. I'm like, I don't want to live there.
I thought he said combo.
Combo? A pea combo?
Yeah.
What would that even be?
Yeah.
What would be a pea...
A pea condo makes way more sense.
Do you mean like...
Does it?
Yeah.
Like you hit people and then you pee on them? Do you mean like the little snack, the combos?
Yeah.
Do you mean like what's a pea combo, Calvin?
You tell me. You said it.
Okay, this is where they went to get all the info.
Scribblings so that we can skedaddle.
That's a lot of scribblings.
I realize that you're having some kind of a disassociative episode right now, but would you please re-associate and fucking help me? Bendy, please.
Would the Death Squad report to cell block D? Death Squad to cell block
The Death Squad?
Death Squad to cell block D.
We gotta clean up.
Clean up round 5.
I love how calmly the announcer said it too.
Intruders detected. Intruders detected.
The hell? Is that a suitcase?
Yep.
Can't you move any faster? We're completely exposed here.
I'm a suitcase.
And she's
inside?
Lobbing it.
Company. Is it the Death Squad?
What's that? It's a suitcase.
Colonel Samsonite.
Intruders detected. Intruders detected.
Did that work?
Yep.
Samsonite! Oh.
Like the material.
How's that plan coming along?
Oh yeah, and they're in this place too. That's right.
Yeah, the scissor people. Orqwith.
Hey, but let me know when you guys want to problem solve. Because I have an idea.
I mean, this guy's like a robotics guy, right? Like an engineer and shit.
What the fuck is that? A rock.
Rock beats scissors.
Oh yeah! Rock beats scissors, motherfuckers!
Hey!
Not bad for a normie.
Normies.
Okay, I get we're looking for your longevity, but what the fuck does your longevity even look like?
Fuck if I know.
What do you remember?
Purple.
What? That's it? That's all you remember?
Purple. Purple.
Hey! Edward Scissor Fucks! Listen up, fuckos! Back away from the lava lamp, or I'll fuck the Tin Man's longevity into Kingdom Come!
Tin Man? Really?
So we're seeing his real brain.
But you're not interested in seeing the limitless potentialities that Immortus has to offer you. A future.
Can you drop some more boulders? There's too many of them. You want to get to your boys? We're gonna have to fight.
With what?
Whatever they can imagine.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
My horn cannon. Why'd you draw that? Are you kidding me? I was thinking it might look pretty badass on you.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use it.
No.
Point, and then something. And
But
it
this is
explodes.
where
Eric, you got a quarter of the way there.
I'm assuming there's a trigger in there. Something to squeeze.
I mean, he imagined it up, so I'm sure he.
I want you to see for yourself what I saw. The possibilities.
I don't know what to say. Except fuck that and fuck you.
A fire sword?
Blade of Towson.
Green flame! Green flame!
Hell yeah.
Does it give off heat?
Like green
Do you need to watch out for your
Picture
eyeballs?
rules,
It's really close to your face.
Can you cut like scissors with that?
Eat shit, you motherfucker!
You might need experience with it. Is that what you're going for? Get him, Vic!
Maybe like, you know, how you should stand or, you know, how much experience does he have with a sword?
Enough.
Not much. Why, if you have two scissor hands, you're attacking like this? That guy was dumb.
It's difficult to attack other ways.
Can I guess?
If you're starting with scissor hands, you've already made bad decisions.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna punch you like this, you know?
I'm not worried about.
Sometimes you do.
No,
good
you never
someone-
do. Whoever does that.
I'm not worried about how good someone that thinks scissor hands is a good idea is.
I
I'm gonna
am.
beat the fuck
They
out of them.
have lived with
They
these for their
care.
life. They should be
It's
the
a
best
terrible idea.
scissor hand fighters in the world, Eric.
No.
Should be no one better.
I got it from a fellow acolyte. Touch it
No.
and see your possibilities.
Whatever. Touch the stupid thing. So George R.R. Windbag can shut the fart up and we can get the fuck out.
George R.R. Windbag.
A minute ago, you told him to fuck himself sideways.
Do you want to touch this weirdo's shriveled up dick charm or not?
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, okay. The grocery store? Is this Cliff's past? Looks like an old.
There's suddenly an IGA.
I was gonna say.
It looks just like IGA.
It
It
just
does look a
looks
lot like
just
the one
like
spot
IGA.
there with the coolers and the back ends. Shoot him.
Didn't even have his scissors in an upright defensive position, Aaron.
Wait on your back leg to absorb the
You
kick.
can't stop that.
Top of the notch to end. Fire!
See, look, he has him telling him how to use it. He should have just used it.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be that guy.
Let's just stab people instead.
Let's go get Larry.
Why did he flame? Was there a button? Is it an attitude thing?
They're probably
What
just
the
trying to
hell?
make it so that you can't. Never mind.
Just saves him effects, that's what it does, huh?
Saves them money. Yeah.
You know, Rita, my personal track record isn't that much better. I have failed at most things I've tried. Revenge against Niles, joining the Brotherhood of Evil, being a good friend to the only people I've ever really cared about. But the thing is, in life, you are either trying to head up or trying to head down. And sometimes just trying has got to be good enough. Now, our friends are in trouble, and I would rather fail at trying to save them than succeed at doing nothing. Fuck the universe.
Hey, usually when one of these characters gets into a self-pity vortex, they stay there for so long, but
Yeah.
It was a couple minutes.
That was good.
No, it's on IGA. The chips aren't on that part of the aisle.
Dad,
Clara.
is Rory with you?
Oh, it's today.
Dad, where the hell is Rory?
What is this?
This is bullshit is what it is.
But
It's a possibility, an infinite possibility.
Why? Okay, don't get sucked in. Dad, help me.
Don't get sucked in.
coming, sweetheart.
Fuck!
That was a funny body movement.
Camera movement makes me think something is following them, but
Larry, it was just leading us to Larry.
Larry!
I know you want to say it. Really?
yeah.
Bruh, this is a once in a lifetime.
Come with me if you want to live.
Come with us if you want to live.
I don't think so.
He doesn't want to live.
Damn it!
Bitch, come on. Let's get out of here.
You know, when you would treat me particularly poorly, which was quite often, I would do a secret naughty thing with your toothbrush.
I don't need to know.
I would transform myself into a wee beaver with big beaver teeth, big nasty beaver teeth, and I would shove it right up my wee. I would shove it right up my wee beaver.
Shove it, my beaver.
Rambling on is just to say I am in no particular position to have judged you so harshly after all this time when I am basically as bad as you.
Aw.
As bad as me. I think you might be worse. You are a fucking serial killer. For fuck's sake.
How much can I reveal and still have your support?
Yeah.
Wait!
The drink cart. That might help.
Damn it! If you're gonna be a fucking idiot, well, can you at least swing by the home goods aisle and get a knife or something? We're gonna need it when we get back to Orqwith.
That's fucking heavy. Grab that.
Pickles?
Rory!
A jar of pickles?
Yeah.
He's fucking perfect.
Cliff, stop right fucking now.
It's only like this when you're around, Dad. You have undermined my parenting at every turn.
When has a fantasy sequence ever worked out for us? Papa!
What is a fantasy sequence ever?
Rory! What happened?
Why does he get the pickles?
Pickles!
Stupid metal asshole! Don't do this!
Don't hurt her.
Cliff, you know what this means for the rest of us, right? We're your family too, Cliff!
Hey, pal.
Come on, let's go! Get up! We can break free, we can still do this! Please don't let this
needle in the brain.
His brain.
Holy shit.
Directly.
Can you feel it? The time is upon us. Immortus is nigh.
Is anybody home? Someone order a
Really?
rescue?
Oh, wow.
Bone him! Yeah! Pow, pow! Oh, it's Space Case.
Shit. Yeah.
How can this be? I never brought you to life.
No, you just drew me into an endless war with my father. She gave me life.
Jane! Are you alright?
I like her outfit.
Look at this.
Oh,
Did we do
yeah, I think we might.
We saved everyone! What about the bird?
It's outside the bubble.
Mortis is cute.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, weird. She's the girl that fell into the crack in the ground whenever what's her name showed up.
And she's got a
What? Is it over?
a vixen, or not a vixen, a black canary scream.
All right.
Banshee scream.
Well.
All right. Well, everybody, remember this is we had 2 episodes today, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna do a quick discussion, and then we're gonna have another video for the next reaction as well. So Isabel Feathers, you said, is the girl from what?
Isn't she the one that, like, remember whenever Rouge, whatever, like
Madame Rouge, like, came up
she showed
through
up
the
from her
pavement?
little drill. She had that drill ship.
Yeah.
It was like a girl who like fell into the crack
from like the beginning of season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back before the hotel, right?
Now I don't know if she was a Mortis then. I'm assuming like it's like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, right?
Yeah.
Like when you like it takes an image and maybe it like took her.
You think it
image,
just
right?
took an image? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why it got her, but I think that's who. She looks familiar, and she also was like Isabel fucking Feathers, so she knows her from something too.
I'm trying to remember, but again, 9 months and then years before that.
Yeah,
if you want there.
She was a lady that like Rita didn't like, and then she had been there, and then, man, I want to say she was like peeing or something weird, wasn't she?
Yeah. Well, she had to travel for a really long time, and she couldn't.
She
couldn't take bathroom
Madame
breaks.
Rouge was peeing.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, but then like the crack opened up and she like fell into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking about peeing. But I think that's who it is.
Okay.
I mean, I certainly remember that sequence. I thought it was just a nobody character.
It just walked out. Oh, like fell in the crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it might have been at that point. And they're like, hey, who's gonna play a Mortis? Mm-hmm. How about this woman who fell in a crack? Why?
She fell in a crack.
And then maybe we're gonna figure that part out later.
Time
Yes,
crack.
I don't know. But I mean, right now, Isabel.
Yeah, if it is like a time crack, and she's like,
well, that was when
she's
they were
been outside of time for a timeless amount.
That's when they were time traveling.
Yeah,
and stuff. So maybe it does have something to do with that. Or
so
something.
maybe she's been in the time stream for.
Because that was when she came to the future, or was that when she came to the past? Man, I'm trying to remember exactly.
I think it was when she came from the future to the past.
To the past.
I think that
And
was the
had
first
memory problems.
time.
After talking to the brain in them, right?
I think so.
That was with the brain and not Grodd, Major
Mala.
Mala, yeah.
That sounds right. I always forget his name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to Cliff.
They took his longevity.
That's another thing too, like the longevity thing. Like I don't fully get what that means because like I get like they're immortal.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're immortal because of their power base. But I guess like they keep their powers, but they lose the immortality side of it.
Yeah,
then.
Miles was giving it or taking it from them too, right? It's kind of the idea. Miles was involved in this.
Well, yeah. Well, they were all different experiments so that he could try to figure out how to leave keep his daughter.
Yeah.
No, keep himself alive to
Yes.
live with his daughter.
Yeah.
Right, because
To
she
protect
had
his daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
She had
like-
longevity, but he didn't.
But like Cliff is like a weird thing where it's like, well, what's his power? It's like, well, he's a brain in a robot, and the robot's strong.
Yeah.
So
But that
like,
brain hasn't necessarily atrophied. He does have diseases and stuff, but his, not immortality, but his longevity definitely keeps that thing ticking,
Sure. So I guess it's like when they put that thing in him and sucked it out.
I guess
like longevity is just it's another word for less like, well, now you're gonna die.
So Cliff they showed him a vision of his grandkid grown up. I mean, and despite Jane screaming in his ear like, "Hey, none of this is real. Why are you giving into it?" He just gave into it. I don't understand what he did.
I don't know what he viewed as he would be promised. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. But I get the idea of like he wants to see his grandkid grow up and experience that.
And he wants to have a sound mind to do it.
But I don't get what he's gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Like what's he giving up to be promised?
Well,
What's the
I
promise?
guess
Like, I feel like
make everything better.
I feel like the thing that he's giving up would ensure that he would be there for his grandson to grow up.
Well, like what Eric is saying too, maybe the idea isn't that. It's that Immortus will come here and you will be promised this. Right? Like you'll be able to be there with your grandkid.
Immortus will have the power to make those things possible. Just trust us, eh?
Sure.
Yeah.
And like there's definitely Larry's in the same boat, right? There's this selfish nature to all of them of like they're flawed and stuff like that too, but like Cliff, regardless of the others, this is what he wants. Even Vic, right? Like he has his friends and stuff being like, you were cool, you were a hero, you were saving people. It's like now you're just a regular dude. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, this is what I want because everything was terrible. And I was like, I get his part a little bit more because it's like he wasn't him. Like I can say like, dude, look at that cyborg guy, he looks cool, but I'm not going through what he's going through.
True. He also, kind of admits that he didn't go, like, he was in a really dark spot. That's where his mindset was, but he never allowed his friends to be able to help him either, you know?
Sure. Yeah. But, like, I feel like I can understand his much more than, like Cliff's side, where it's like, I get the kid thing, and, like, you want to be there with the grandkid.
Yeah.
But, like, all these aspects of, like, well, but we've been told that, like, I don't think Cliff's thing was, or Vic's thing was related, when he got rid of his powers, it wasn't because of Immortus. No. It was a choice he was making separately. Here's like, let me give this up to bring on some evil that will do terrible things, whatever, you know? And like, I feel like that, it's like, well, but at what cost? Like, what if your grandkid is dead?
Sure.
Like, it's killed by Immortus or something, you know? Or butts eat them. I don't know. Like, whatever it is. So, there's a few things there. Like, I get that, but I also understand, like, I understand why, and he knows it's wrong. That's why he couldn't look at Jane at the end. Like, it wasn't like he knew he was making, like, the best decision.
Sure.
He just felt like that's what he should have
He was,
done. He was doing
being
it
selfish.
For Rory.
Yeah.
And even himself was like, are you? Right? Like, like, I feel like that's him.
Yeah.
Not, it's not like something like, what the hell, that mitten can talk. It's like, he himself is like, are you doing this for Rory? Like, why are you doing this? So.
I did love in the background where his daughter says, when has a fantasy sequence ever worked out for us? When she was like yelling at him. It was really funny. Really meta.
I like the background things they've done because I also love the, what was it, Death Watch or whatever?
Death Squad.
Death Squad to sell
Squad
D.
to sell Block D. Death Squad to sell Block D.
But it really felt like we need to clean up on aisle 2.
Yeah, and then we were literally in the grocery store.
Or I mean, even in the hospital too. Sometimes you get like Dr. Johnson to ER.
Yeah, go to Lowe's and like, assistance is needed in the plumbing aisle.
Yeah, it just felt like one of those kind of moments there.
I really liked the Madame Rouge and Rita scene. I did. The way that she was able to kind of immediately recognize that she was going into that pity party thing they do. Not to say that's not valid, but it guarantees nothing gets done.
Yeah.
If they don't do anything, it was logical, and it's coming from like a villain, a reformed villain, but someone that has all the things being like, hey, this is what I did, and guess what? It didn't work out. And then to like put her on a level playing field, it's like, you're a fucking serial killer, And then they just got drunk and went anyway. It was a really fun way of still progressing, but not in the conventional way we're used to.
Yeah. No, I get you. And they're like laughing, but like drinking through it.
Yeah.
Versus like, usually we get the drama, they all split, no one talks to each other.
Like, it's not fair that that these people that have been put through this trauma have to do it, but there's no one else.
Sure.
So you gotta go do it.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're heroes, right?
But with all that kind of stuff too, like I feel like Larry's in the same boat as Cliff, where like Larry, we're having an element of, he's like, I'd rather him be happy here than to be mad at me elsewhere, or whatever it is. Like,
Sure.
Yeah,
But kids don't know what they want.
I mean, they do. But they don't.
But they don't know what's good for them.
My kids know they want ice cream, but I'm not going to give it to them for lunch, breakfast, and dinner,
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that the future that Keek saw is the future, or to
it's a future.
Or to grieve about it before it happens,
Yeah, but I guess, is he trying to prevent it? Or is he just like, let me hide here so I don't have to deal with it?
He doesn't want to have to deal with it.
Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Because like, then what if it never happens?
Yeah, sure.
Or what if we change it?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's everybody's avoiding their issues, right?
Yeah. Well, except for Rita and Rouge, like they actually had a discussion and got through things. Whereas like Cliff and Larry are both like just, I guess this is what I do now.
Sure. I mean, they're still somewhat avoiding their issues. They're not like...
Their issues are what holds them back. It's not necessarily avoiding it.
But also together.
Yeah. But it's also like realizing that your issues shouldn't hold you back. It's not saying you don't have issues or that those feelings aren't valid.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you don't do anything. That doesn't mean that you just shut yourself in the room and wait out the clock on how sad you should feel in your own self-pity. Well, who does that help? It might help just you, maybe, but it's not going to help anybody that's in dire danger right now. And I did like the demonic looking door. It was really funny. It was a cool design.
The skeleton bones.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked the fight against the scissor guys. I thought that was okay.
With the
sword,
fire
and the
sword,
shooting with the Mega Buster.
I've just gotten so spoiled now with lightsabers casting off light that when there's a light source that's not casting off light, it's hard for me not to see it.
Sure.
But it's also magic and in a Magitarium world, weird dimension, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And it's also not a very bright light for fire.
Fire's usually blows out a camera and like very, very bright.
Well, I mean, green is it like
sure
the
like night vision, right? Is green because it's just I don't know. It's easier to see. Red light and green light are usually easier to see, but like fire is like blue to orange, right?
Yeah, typically. Like you would need to be burning like what copper oxide or something to get a green flame. And it's typically not like a bright orange flame.
Mm-hmm.
Blue flame can sometimes be invisible.
It's not like
it's so dark and it doesn't cast off.
It's like a
light.
campfire, right?
Yeah.
Campfires are like that orange reddish kind of, and they're bright. And they get big old bonfires, always like orange and stuff.
Like you can see in a cave with like a Zippo or something like that. But if you take out your butane lighter, that's not really casting off any light.
Sure, you know? I get you. No, it's just one of those like tricks of the eye for me where like because it then has to sell itself in the depth of the shot more, and fire has that very peculiar way of like you swing this way and you swing back, and the fire doesn't move with it; it falls off as you go, and the new flames are coming. You know, so they have to do a fire simulation, and sometimes that can look cool, but sometimes the motion blur on it can just look real fake.
Sure.
So usually by having some type of like light in there too, you're adding depth to it and you're not really paying attention to that fire sim weakness, you know?
Sure.
But I mean the choreography and stuff was fun. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, that was my main thing. It's like the fight itself I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I thought the scissor guys were kind of like when the guy was like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you attacking like this?
Yeah.
Like attack like this.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, what are this? Yeah.
Or like
are there
this.
thousands of years of scissor martial arts that they could fall upon, or is it just that these guys were dreamed up with scissors and okay, well we can't do much.
Sure. Whenever we were talking about it, I'm like, guys born with scissor hands think they know how to fight. I'm like, if I grew up having scissor hands all my life, I'm gonna know the best way to use these versus giving Calvin scissor hands for one day.
Yeah, you'd be fucking shocked at how I brush my teeth. You know, like how I go grocery shopping, how I like pick up a kid. You know, it's like, oh my god, he's so good with scissors. Yeah, these guys are just like sitting there like, well, this is us.
Yeah.
Let's attack.
Like I'd have like one open, one closed or something like that, you know, and this one's more sword-like and this one can attack too. Like how are you gonna stop this, you know? Like you can't just do this and catch them both.
Yeah.
So just things like that. I'm like, come on.
Also, you can't run anywhere, you know? It's dangerous.
I mean, just... Like
run with scissors is super dangerous.
Dude,
run
those
with them behind you.
No.
It's the safest way.
What if you stop and the person behind you hits you?
No, you're fine. You can run like this. It's fine.
You didn't get yourself.
No,
you shouldn't run with scissors.
What if I fall like, oh,
exactly.
Right, yeah. Everybody get your scissors and run then. I guess that's what we're telling people.
No. You know how awkward you had to fall to make that look like you'd get hurt? Yeah, but how are you holding it? Like this. Yeah, run like that.
Yeah.
No,
Calvin, no! What if you fell right now? No, don't call me! I don't want to think about it. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Doom Patrol with us. We're gonna be having the next episode pop up as soon as possible. It might be one of these 2 videos right here. If it's not, it's because it's not available yet. All you gotta do, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll know as soon as it pops up, and then you can just unsubscribe later. What? Or not, you know, but just hit it. It's easy.
I guess you could unsubscribe later.
Yeah,
Glad this
there's always that
collar's so
option.
thick.
Nobody does it though. They usually say,